I think the first one is listen carefully to the stakeholders that are involved in our research or in the topics that we study. So this includes, of course, policymakers, but also community leaders, organizations, NGOs, different sectors that are involved with that. They have different needs about knowing things about environmental problems.
I'm not fully convinced that we can do much to improve our communication beyond actually asking questions that are relevant to policymakers, to the users of our research.
Keeping in touch with the stakeholders and those like policymakers in each single progress of your research.
The starting point really is figuring out what stakeholders and policymakers are interested in and need in terms of research. I think a lot of our projects are often designed looking more at what are the needs in the literature, or what are the gaps of knowledge in literature, as opposed to what are the gaps in knowledge that are relevant to stakeholders or policymakers.
I found that when I did research that asked a question, actually about wildfire management, that was important to the Forest Service in the United States, they actually reached out to me and wanted to sit down and really talk about it.
Before your research idea started, maybe it's really helpful when you talk to the policymakers to see if this is a really real challenge that policymakers also think.
We should not assume that people are reading our journal articles. It's engaging in disciplinary debates that policymakers don't care that much.
To articulate our findings in a way that is more policy relevant, that addresses issues that are close to communities or close to policy makers, and that's up to us. It's our job to improve that.
Really also collaborating with those groups and those actors to figure out what key questions interest them and involving them in the co-design of research projects.